You know, the one thing that sets me apart from any other oil and gas expert I have ever met is that this world needs EVs and renewable energy, regardless of if climate change was a thing or not. We would still need that. 30 years ago, the world was consuming about 60 million barrels of oil a day. This year, it's probably going to be 104. Quick math, that's about 1.7 billion gallons of oil a day more we're going to use this year than we were using when I was 20 years old. And that's only going to increase. It's projected to increase to as much as 110 million barrels of oil a day. The fact is, the world is reaching its capacity to produce the amount of oil we need. We're getting there. We're getting close. And the fact that we are getting to that point, is going to keep oil and gas prices higher for longer. And any reprieve in oil and gas prices is only going to be temporary and something that is created by artificial manipulation of the market. And every day I look on this app and I see these just meaningless arguments about oil and gas prices, and people just don't understand the big picture. They demand cheap gas. They have no clue what it takes to achieve that in a world that consumes 104 million barrels of oil a day. Not a clue. And a lot of these same people hate renewable energy. They hate EVs. They think they're stupid. And the idea that oil and gas would be even more expensive if those things didn't exist today has never even occurred to them. If there were no EVs on the road today in the United States, gasoline would be about $1 more a gallon. Full stop. It would. It would be $1 more a gallon. In the next 20 years, the world is going to add 200 quadrillion BTUs of energy demand in the next 20 years. That's like adding 2 more United States of America to the world when it comes to energy consumption. That's going to happen in the next 20 years. Let me tell you something, 20 years goes by fast. And something you will all learn over time, and a lot of you won't believe me now because your knowledge is clouded with politics. It doesn't matter who the next president is. It's not going to have an impact on oil and gas prices. It's just not. Most of you on here arguing about this stuff, y'all shouldn't be arguing about anything. You should be asking questions. You should be asking questions, because watching y'all's arguments is like watching 2 blind people argue over what they're looking at. Do you get it? Yeah, I know some of that. I know that, yeah, that went over some of y'all's heads. They can't see. Yeah, they can't see. Like, whatever. And if you follow me, I call balls and strikes. When Biden has a policy I don't agree with, I call him out on it. Same with Trump. Bad policy is just bad policy, regardless of who the person is pushing it. And we haven't had a president in nearly 20 years that had any kind of sound or substantial energy policy whatsoever. So for the people that ask me if I'm worried about the future of oil and gas, no. No, not even in this universe. I'm actually more worried about the other types of energy we produce, because we cannot afford to have failures in those areas with the amount of energy demand that we are looking at in the future. Yeah. Thanks.